Quick question. When you think about blood sugar regulation, do you think about amino acids? No? Me either. I thought blood sugar was a carbs conversation. Turns out it's way more complicated than that, and glycine is in the middle of it. Also, did you know that people with chronic inflammatory conditions, including autoimmune diseases, are at elevated risk for metabolic complications? Yeah. Today, we're connecting some dots. Multiple studies have found something consistent and interesting. People with type 2 diabetes, metabolic syndrome, and obesity tend to have lower circulating glycine levels compared to healthy controls. The relationship is robust enough that low glycine is considered a potential biomarker for insulin resistance.
This video is brought to you by A Hummingbird's Journey. End of life can be tough, and a debt doula can help guide you and your loved ones through that journey with peace and dignity. If you're seeking support during those tender times, visit ahummingbirdsjourney.com to find the answers and comfort you need. The link is in the description.
Now, that doesn't mean low glycine causes insulin resistance. Causation is always a more complicated question, but it suggests glycine is involved in the machinery of glucose regulation. Supplementation studies have been done, and while the results vary, several trials using 5 to 15 grams of glycine daily have shown improvements in insulin sensitivity, fasting, blood glucose, and markers of metabolic syndrome. One particularly interesting mechanism, glycine appears to stimulate insulin secretion from pancreatic beta cells. It essentially helps your pancreas respond more efficiently to glucose. There's also evidence that glycine reduces free fatty acid levels in the blood, which is relevant because elevated free fatty acids are associated with insulin resistance and inflammation. Here's a connection that I find genuinely fascinating. Glycine is a building block for glutathione, your body's master antioxidant. And oxidative stress, which happens when free radicals overwhelm your antioxidant defenses, is a major driver of insulin resistance. So glycine's role in blood sugar may partly be indirect. By supporting glutathione production, it helps reduce oxidative stress, which improves insulin signaling. It's not one molecule doing one thing, it's a cascade. A research group studied glycine supplementation in rats with sucrose-induced insulin resistance, which is a model for metabolic syndrome. Glycine treatment increased glutathione levels, decreased oxidative stress markers in the liver, and improved insulin sensitivity. The liver findings are particularly relevant for anyone with liver involvement in their autoimmune disease. The link between autoimmune disease and metabolic health is underappreciated. Chronic inflammation, which is the engine of most autoimmune conditions, is also a driver of insulin resistance. The same inflammatory cytokines that attack your tissues also interfere with insulin signaling in your cells. For PSC specifically and other autoimmune liver diseases, the liver's role in glucose metabolism is front and center. The liver is a major player in regulating blood sugar when it's compromised by inflammation and fibrosis. Metabolic regulation suffers. So supporting glycine availability may support liver metabolic function, may reduce oxidative stress in liver cells, may improve insulin sensitivity, and may help close the loop between chronic inflammation and metabolic complications. It's not saying it's a fix, it's saying it's a relevant piece. From a practical standpoint, the metabolic research on glycine generally uses doses of 5 to 15 grams daily, often split into multiple doses with meals. This is a higher than sleep dose, which is at 3 grams before bed. If metabolic support is your goal, you'd be looking at a different protocol. As always, talk to your doctor, especially if you're managing blood sugar and medication. This is not a replacement for any of that. It's a potential complement. The Buddhist teaching I keep thinking about here is about interconnectedness. Your blood sugar, your inflammation, your liver, your immune system, they're not separate systems. They're one system. And when we support one part mindfully, we often support the whole. Metabolic health is one of those areas where small, consistent choices compound. Glycine is a small choice, so choosing an anti-inflammatory diet, so is moving your body. None of these are magic. All of them add up. Next episode, inflammation. This is where glycine really shines for the autoimmune community. The direct mechanisms by which glycine calms down overactive immune responses. We're going deep on the science. I'm Kevin. I'm genuinely grateful you've joined me here at Battle Within Autoimmune Life. Please hit like, subscribe, and leave a comment. It truly helps the channel reach more people in the community. If something in this conversation landed for you, share it with someone else who might be fighting their own battle within. I'll see you in the next one. Rest well.